It's not. I was a handsome British guy. Chill out.
Yeah, he says best shagger. That's when he was a youngin.
Alright guys, welcome back. I am Tribizzle, the host of the Esports After Dark podcast. This is episode number 4? You're saying 3. Good start.
Super. Wally, Super, Tig. Did you do a solo one the first time?
Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's episode something. We'll figure it out in post. Today we have our superstar guest, the newest, the Prince of Reddit, as he has been known, the man with the greatest hair on Twitch, TGLTN. As you can see, we haven't really branched out our guests to anyone outside of our building yet, keeping the production costs down. Mm-hmm. Me and Tig are going to talk about PGC today, his life as a reborn streamer. It's no longer a 100 viewer Andy.
I'm a 200 Andy now.
He's a 300 Andy now.
Whoa.
I seen you at 360 last night.
Big
it's pretty
boy.
good. After you're going to talk about your 24-hour stream. But first I want to just go over, a lot of people, quite a few people have asked me questions. My Dragon Ball keeps rolling away. About how you found the move to America. Being ripped away as a young babe. 19 years of age. Recently was his birthday. If you didn't get him a gift or sub to his channel, his details will pop up on the screen right there.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. There. My bad. How did you find the move to America? Tell everyone a little bit about your story, how you got here, your journey to being a professional gamer.
I mean, PUBG is my first professional game, and I'm pretty fresh out of high school. So,
Cute.
All through high school, I used to just game when I got home. Dad was always pretty strict on making me do my schoolwork.
Big Lex.
Big Lex, yeah.
I'm sure Big Lex will be watching this.
Shout out, Dad. I love you. Yeah, and actually, I'm really happy that he made me finish school and try my hardest on that.
What were you doing in school?
Just a bunch of maths and chemistry.
Oh, so you didn't get to the point where you specialised, no?
Yeah. So we got to choose our subjects, and my subject choices were, I did 2 maths, chemistry, physics, English, and an electronics course. So it was super nerdy, of course.
That surprises me.
Why?
I
Why?
don't know. Okay. No sports?
No, I was just an alpha, naturally. Didn't really feel the need to work out.
What was your nickname that you told me before in school?
So the lads used to call me Big Quads 2K.
Big Quads 2K, for anyone who didn't hear.
Yeah. Born in the year 2000. Clearly. Large quads. Quadriceps.
I've seen, you are literally a stick man. So I'm assuming that was because you don't have big quads.
Yeah, it's an anti-joke. Yeah. A joke nonetheless.
Yeah. You built for running.
Yeah.
I bet you can swim pretty well.
Yeah, I'm like an ostrich when it comes to running. Giraffe. I like ostrich more, less clunky.
So, finished school.
Yeah,
what
finished
games
school.
did you play before PUBG? Couldn't have been PUBG.
Alright, so I've been playing games for a very, very long time. I started when I was a little toddler, and my dad would play Halo on the Xbox, and whenever he got in a tank, I would get in the tank, and I would just control the aim, and he would move it around, and I'd shoot people.
Was he any good?
I freaking know. I was 5 years old. Yeah. And I got my first PC. I think I was 6 years old when I had my own PC.
You remember the specs?
Hell no, I cannot.
I find that disappointing.
The earliest graphics card I can ever remember having was a GTX 560.
Wow.
Which is pretty decent. But that was when I was 12 years old, and my dad was this is top of the line right here. And he bought it for me to play Battlefield 3.
That's crazy. I can remember the specs of my first PC. It was an E-Machines 500. If we can get a picture of it, which I'm pretty sure we can, we'll put it up there. It was a 500 megahertz processor. I don't think I had a graphics card. Do you remember the days of you? I'm not.
Holy shit, you're
12
old.
years older than you. 14 years older than you.
Yeah.
Yikes.
13.
Did you have Did you grow up with broadband then, or did you have a dial-up where you used to have to like?
A broadband.
Wow, you didn't know the struggle then.
Yeah,
like,
I did not know the
having
struggle.
to download a game and it taking a week,
Yeah,
and then if somebody
that's rough.
called you on the landline, it cut off. So you
That's
used to-
rough. Yeah.
I used to have to unplug my landline phone, and then my mum would be like, "Why has nobody called us for 2 days?" And then she'd realise that I'd unplugged it while I was downloading like a 700 megabyte game. That was my first game, my first competitive MMO, Legend of Mia. Anyone knowing that? I'll be surprised. So Halo,
And then I played
PC at 12, Battlefield 3.
No. So when I was like 6 years old, I used to play LAN games of Counter-Strike Source against my dad and my brother, and then
Who's
like
the best?
bots. Who was the best?
Yeah.
I was trash. It was always my.
Yeah,
Actually, my dad was good, but I think my brother like caught up eventually and was better. And
How much older is your brother than you? 2 years?
He's 3 years older.
3 years older.
So he's 22 now. Actually, it was his birthday a month ago as well. Yeah. So I played a lot of Counter-Strike Source.
So both born in November.
He's October 18th.
A lot of it's February. Valentine's
yeah,
Day.
Valentine's. Yeah. Dad's a romantic.
Apparently. Shout out.
Yeah. So yeah, I played Counter-Strike Source, a lot of Warcraft 3, and then from like
Warcraft 3?
I played Warcraft 3.
Okay.
I love that.
Did you... Okay, I played Warcraft 3, so what was your favourite faction?
Faction.
Yeah. Or did you
I
just-
liked Orcs because
yeah.
I liked the Blade Master. Like, I are hero and obey. That was great. A lot of quotes.
Night Elves.
Night Elves?
Yeah.
Oh my
Malfurion
god,
all
you're
the
such a
way.
f***ing weeb.
Malfurion, baby. Let's go.
Nah.
Did you play the mods or just the game?
Yeah, I played a lot of mods. So I used to play like the Dragon Ball mods because I really liked having big abilities that would explode the whole map. That was always good fun. I didn't really play much Dota because I sucked at it.
It's more of a mental game, isn't it?
Yeah, and obviously I was a small child, small brain, little peanut brain,
You know.
very smooth.
So was it always shooters? Which game brought you to shooters?
It's been a mix, honestly. I wouldn't say there was a specific game that brought me to shooters because I played a lot of World of Warcraft, and then I played a lot of Arma 3. Before PUBG, it was mainly Arma 3. I used to play this King of the Hill mod.
What about Arma 2? You not play Arma 2?
No, before my time.
Really? Like DayZ?
Yeah, I didn't play any of that. I played Arma 3 Breaking Point.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like when Arma 3 came out, I bought it, and then I just played exclusively Arma 3 until PUBG came out. I played a lot of CSGO, but that was like intermittently.
I'm actually shocked to think that
Yeah.
you didn't play DayZ. Like,
I used to watch Frankie on PC,
Yeah.
all of his DayZ videos, but
He
I
was
didn't
awesome.
have the money to fork out and buy like Arma 2, and I didn't want to ask my dad to buy me a game because I just felt weird. That's why I started streaming actually, when I was like 15.
wait, you stream when you were 15?
No, I didn't like stream. Sorry, I
we, need
started.
we need to find 15-year-old Tiggleton.
The first time I ever, there's actually clips of me. First time I ever streamed was a face cam. It was like just after school, and I'd shaved my head like 2 weeks prior. So
Did
I have
you shave your whole head?
Yeah, so it's like it's all like number 2 all fuck off. Toxic. But yeah. So I actually, when I started off playing PUBG, there were all these tournaments that were going around. It was just like a 1-day tournament or something, and you'd win a mouse if you won a game or something.
Right.
So I think I won a i7 7700K CPU
That's not bad.
like 2 years ago,
Okay.
like when the game first came
That's
out.
probably brand new still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sold it for like
Of course you
$450
did.
or something
course you
instantly, even though it was better than my CPU, because I was like, I need that money. Let's go.
This is I deal with this every day. Even now, sell this, sell that.
Yeah, you got it.
Hustler. It's like Del Boy from Only Fools and Horses for the. For
Have
the
to hustle. Have to hustle.
So PUBG was your favorite? Was your first competitive game?
Yes.
Wow,
Definitely.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
I mean, like Counter-Strike, I got to Global Elite on CS:GO, but that was like I wouldn't call that competitive. You know, that's just messing around in matchmaking.
So that was your first like competitive LAN experience was PUBG.
Yeah, my first competitive LAN was the MPL Royale Phase 1.
I remember. How
Yeah.
many kills did you get?
I don't want to talk about it. Tiggy 2 kills.
I remember roasting your ass. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I heard about you. Because how did you? Okay, let's before I start. How did you get onto Elevate? How did that happen?
So I was substituting for a team called Chiefs ESC
Yep.
in Australia, and one of their players had to step down because he had RSI in his wrists and take a break from gaming. So I moved to the core roster after the first PGI because they came back from PGI and he instantly like took a break. So as soon as they got back from PGI, I stepped into the core roster. And from there, like we played a couple online leagues, and I think I top fragged or like second top fragged. I was always competing with Luke 12 for
Still to this day.
yeah, biggest rival. Friendly though, I love the man. He's awesome. But yeah, so we'd always be competing for top damage, top kills, and then a bunch of NA teams that found the talent kind of stale in America started reaching out to Australian players because OGN pays for flights and stuff. They wouldn't have to find an org that would accommodate for the players. So Elevate, well, they weren't Elevate then, but at the time that like Check 6 roster reached out to me and they trialed me, Luke 12, a couple of European players, and they might have trialed more OCE players, but I'm not sure. And they chose me after trialing me for a bit. They were my second choice. I trialed for another team and they turned me down. Team Crew.
Oh, Crew, that which turned into
Riot Squad.
Oh, yeah, Riot Squad, yeah.
Yeah, so at the time...
That was a mystery...
Yeah, it was Mystery, later Waldo, and they picked Vac over me.
Oh, yeah, Vac. He was from, like, Bulgaria or Hungary or something, wasn't he?
Lithuania?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Some
Yeah, he was decent.
He was decent. He was on Halo Klein, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah. Actually, he was on Halo Klein, and everyone accused him of being a really selfish player because apparently he like didn't drop ammo for his teammates or something. Though I don't know like the story behind that. I don't think that's true. I think he proved them wrong, but they were like flaming him and blaming him.
So first time in America then was OGN flew you out here for what was it, mid-season? Was it mid-season? Mid-season Battle Royale?
Yeah,
Mid-season
Royale.
How was that? How was your first trip to America?
I liked LA. I didn't get to explore much, but the weather was nice and it was pretty cool with all the palm trees. I just thought it was pretty similar to Australia, to be honest.
I've never been to Australia. I've been to LA.
Yeah.
Not my favourite place.
There were a lot more sports cars in LA, but I don't know. It was a bit like... There's a lot more like rubbish everywhere in America. There's just like random
There's a lot
trash.
more people though. You remember?
There's a lot more people. That is very true. That's very true.
Australia's got like, what, 7 people compared to America?
Yeah, like 8.
How many? 8 million? 8 million?
Nah, it's got 23.
20,
no, actually it's more than that. It's like 26 million now.
Is it? I thought it was like 18 million.
Oh, I might be wrong. Doesn't matter.
Hey, through the power of the internet.
Yeah, through the power of the internet. It's definitely like a 10th of what the US has. At most, it's a 10th.
24, 26, you're pretty close.
24, yeah.
Just to put that in perspective for you, California has 40 million.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
So that's why. So you flew out here. How was the flight?
It's actually dreadful.
Go on.
There was like a large couple that were running because their connecting flight was late to get to our like the seats, and I had a spare seat next to me, and I was super ecstatic. I was like, yes, I'm gonna be able to lay down right now. And then like they walked on, and they were very sweaty because they'd just been running between their gates, and they got like the extended seatbelt out and everything and sat down, and I just like, it just was not very. It's not a pleasant smell. So I just dug my face in my pillow, put my hood up, fell asleep in my own drool. It was great.
All right. Wow. So how would you describe your first LAN experience?
First LAN experience.
How was that mid-season round? Because I remember I bumped into you because I was with Team Gates then, right?
Yeah.
Who was my roster? Was that with Smithy?
Yeah, actually Smithy, Landoon, and Tony V.
Yeah, all right, and then I bumped into you, and I think they were friends with. That's how I ended up speaking to you. But tell me, how did it go? Because it obviously didn't go very well for you.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was like I wasn't the IDO, Pax was, and it felt like there was like confidence issues in calls, which is expected because the LAN's only 4 games or whatever.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like that's pretty ridiculous if you ask me. That you can have I can be flown from Australia to play 2 hours of PUBG and then flown back. It was just
OGN
like,
love spending money on travel.
Yeah, that was interesting in my opinion. But yeah, like I didn't really get an opportunity to shoot at people. I only had like 2 kills or whatever. It made me pretty sad, but it got me annoyed because I knew that our problems were just like confidence related. So I felt like the next couple of lands, I just came in with this mindset like I'm gonna play like balls to the wall from now on. I'm never gonna like let land nerves change how I play or change my confidence.
After that land, did you have any doubts that that was it? You wouldn't get another chance? Or?
Oh no, hell no.
No, you were just like
hell no. I was like, all right, like we're going to the relegation tournament. That's gonna be fun.
Okay, because you obviously you came back.
Yeah.
So what happened next?
We didn't qualify for the Pro League. We got stomped at relegations. Yeah, it was not
You
good.
did better though, right?
Yeah, we did decent. I was hitting shots. I was feeling super online at the relegation land. I was like pretty happy with how it went, but we didn't qualify. It's pretty hard land, like top 6 or whatever. I'm like, in my opinion, in the relegation lobbies, the top 3 or 4 teams are pretty much guaranteed because they'll be better than the other teams. But after that, because it's a mixed lobby and it's a bit of like a...
It's crazy.
I wouldn't say a clown fiesta, but it's like a...
It's close.
Yeah, it's close. It's like...
I actually remember, I think it was the relegation tournament, the first time I actually spoke to you, I think it was the relegation tournament.
Maybe.
First time I met Tig, he just waltzed into my hotel room with some chicken fingers, lay down on my bed with his chicken fingers and his shoes on.
Yeah.
And just started eating.
Hell yeah, I did.
And I thought, what the...
We were watching the VODs back.
We were watching the VODs back and this
Yeah.
beaker-looking Australian with no shame goes downstairs in the hotel, gets a box full of chicken fingers and just goes and sits on my bed with them with his feet on the bed with his shoes on whilst watching VODs and eating chicken fingers where I slept. No like regard for that. I may have to sleep there later.
Yeah. I'm a clean.
And he had this coat on.
It's a comfy coat.
He has that coat on. He had it on right now. That's why he's got his arms crossed because he's cold because we made him take it off.
It's freaking cold.
I remember saying to you at that land, that's when I said to you, do you want to move here?
Yeah.
That was that land, right? Must have been. It has to be. Because I knew that I had this job lined up and I was going to be building a new PUBG team at that point.
I can't remember, honestly.
I can. So I did say to Tig that I would bring him here.
Actually, yes. No, it was then. We were next to the pool
Yep.
and there was a little fire pit and we were sitting there and he said to me like I will move you here and give you a salary.
I will fly you out here. I'll get you a visa. I'll give you a PC. I'll
This
let
is
you
exactly
stream.
what he said. And I went in my mind at that point, I said like to myself that if I have the opportunity to make something out of streaming and make something out of games, that's what I want to do. Because my whole life I'd been looking for... Actually, what my dad always used to say to me was turn something that you love into a job.
That's right. That's a great bit of advice.
So I always used to love skiing. So my first ever dream job was ski patrol.
Okay.
And I thought about that for a long time.
That's interesting.
I really wanted to do it, but...
Is there much skiing in Australia?
There actually is down south. It's not bad, but it's like cheaper to fly to New Zealand and ski.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can go to Australia mountains for like a weekend and stay at a lodge, or you can fly to New Zealand for a week and ski there.
Oh, definitely. Because I ski too.
It's the same price.
Believe it or not, this physique is actually a pretty good skier. I'm very well. What's that? What? I'm very well balanced.
Ah,
So I used to live in the south of France, so I skied a lot.
there you go.
So we'll have to. I guess we'll have to go to New Zealand because I want to go to the Shire anyway.
Oh, true.
You know,
New Zealand's a great
You,
place.
know, you can see how much of a Lord of the Rings fan I am. You're drinking out of the Green Dragon tankard over there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I told Tig, I remember sitting down, and I'll be honest, at first, I had a lot of people reach out to me. I had a lot of players, especially EU, wanted me to build a rock, and I said I can't because I've already said I said I know what I want, and that's what I'm going to go for. And I turned down a lot of people, and I know he was quite hard to get because you said to me a few times that you may get. I'm not going to say the teams. You may get offers from here, and I turned around to you and said you're not going to get a better offer than this.
Yeah, he did say this.
I said I'll give him somewhere to live, and I'll give him somewhere to stream, and I'll give him all the equipment he needs. All he has to do is take his 90-pound body and put it on a plane,
Yep.
which I'd pay for as well, and bring him here.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it now? How long have you been here? 8 months? 6 months? 7 months?
Something like that, yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time, yeah. It's been
Yeah.
fun as hell.
Yeah, it has been a wild ride.
Good stream growth.
Well, we'll get on to the stream growth.
Yeah.
So how did you find... So we'll just quickly touch on, obviously, we had a great contenders. Right? When we weren't set up in this building, then we were set up, obviously, in the university. We put the team together, Wooly, yourself, Keenan, Tony, in contenders. I'm a little bit sick. Sorry. I got a cough, so just ignore me if I make some weird noises. How did contenders go? We all know it went pretty well. How did it go?
Yeah, that was like... I was pretty confident going into contenders that I was mechanically better than a lot of the players there. So I felt like... I mean, the whole team was pretty confident. We felt like we had a boss team. And when you feel like that, and you play with that confidence, in PUBG especially, like, that's how you really have your good moments.
You guys, like... I expected you guys to do well and win contenders, but I didn't expect you to win contenders as well as you did. Like, it was like...
Yeah.
It was like men against, but no disrespect to it, but it was like that team. The amount of messages that I got that you just built a superstar roster and dumped them in contenders.
Yeah, I feel like the contenders league was like the weakest it's been though. Every season, contenders gets progressively weaker because the pro league poaches the good players and some players leave the pro league. So it wasn't as hard as the season before for sure. But I felt like, you know, we were probably the only team in contenders that was consistently VOD reviewing as a team.
Yep.
And I was like trying to like mechanically, I was trying to like not coach, but like give tips to everyone else on the team.
Tig is the most OCD person when it comes to setups.
Yeah.
Like, if your mouse pad has a fucking scratch on it, it's like, it's gotta go.
Yeah.
This is my G305 mouse that I use for the office. He was talking about having hyperglides on it before. I was like, I use it just here on this screen, and it doesn't do anything. He's like, but Overwatch pros use this and aim train. I'm like, it's just a mouse, dude. Chill.
Yeah.
But
I love that stuff.
You've been through everybody. He walks around this office, and he judges everybody by their setup. He knows he knows how much of a gamer somebody is by just walking past their computer.
Yeah, it annoys me if I see someone's mouse pad and it's got scratches on it, and I look at the bottom of their mouse and their mouse feet are like.
Because Lauren's downstairs, and she's got
Scratching,
like this nice artisan mouse pad. Yeah. And then obviously she just bought a dog, and there's like dog hair on it, and he's just like...
Oh my god. It's like the black mouse pad, it's just covered in dog hair. I was just like... But I did hyperglide and put paracord in a mouse, so...
You do... Well, you've just done that for Tony as well.
Yeah.
Has he got it yet?
Yeah, I don't know if he's here yet, but I did it for Wooly. Keenan plays wireless, so that's alright. But...
G-Pro, baby. Mm-hmm. So... Obviously, let's just fast forward, and then we did contenders. We did really well. We weren't really worried about the promotional tournament either. We didn't play. I don't think we played as well as we should have.
The first day, like, we had pretty much secured qualifying. So I feel like the second day we didn't really have that performance anxiety. It was just like, it's hard to force yourself to feel that performance anxiety.
Do you remember me?
But it's an important thing. Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
I wanted to win it. I told him that. Well, I think my exact words were, "Stop bleeping trolling. You're not losing to simplicity."
Yeah, which is fair.
I mean, I want them to push themselves to be the best. I can be harsh sometimes. People think I'm this really nice guy. I'm not.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's not like you're coming from a place where it's like, do this so the org looks good. It's like, I think you just want the best for everyone.
I just want you guys to do well.
Yeah, exactly.
This is why I've pushed you, especially you, since you've been streaming so bloody hard to do what you're doing. But I mean, I haven't really had to do much in that regard because you just do it yourself. So we got into Pro League. Pro League, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I was majorly disappointed.
I'm disappointed as well.
I had a meeting with you guys. That week 2 and week 3,
I found it super annoying.
I wanted to fly out there and start slapping it.
Nothing annoys me more than when I feel like I have X potential and then my performance...
Hit the microphone.
My performance doesn't match how I feel like I could have performed when I feel like there's missed out. Because it's a missed opportunity, really.
I think we could have made... I think if we could replicate week 1 and 4, we could have been in PGC.
Yeah, I think 1 and 4 were... Yeah, week 1 was like an outsider. Great. It was better than an average week for sure. Yeah. But week 2 and 3 were both like outlier lows. They were
Yeah,
terrible.
I mean, that showed a lot. I think that showed a lot of us that, brought a lot of people back down to earth.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it felt. It felt like we'd been on this high.
We
And
felt
we'd
unstoppable.
stomped contenders. We'd stomped relegations.
And then we had that. What was it the other mid-season? The second mid-season? We had a mid-season together as well, didn't we? Where we did pretty well. Where did we finish? 5th?
Yeah, we came 5th. We should have come 3rd, but we threw the final game.
Tony's ass.
Tony's ass, yeah.
Tony didn't. Was he rezzing you? And it was.
He was rezzing me, and Keenan and Wooly said he's gonna come up in the window.
What team was it?
Stop rezzing. It was can't remember. It was annoying though.
It was Trevor's team.
Yeah, it was Trevor's team. It was like OC or something. No, it wasn't OC.
Overconfident? Was it overconfident?
No, they had a new roster, I think. Like Shrimsy and Keenan and Stab.
Was it Deny It?
It was Deny. No, it wasn't. Oh my god. It doesn't matter. It's
Anyway, it
irrelevant.
doesn't matter. I'm gonna go and hit Tony after this because that thing's. I forgot.
Every
put that
time
in
I
my
think
back.
about that, I get mad.
And he was rezzing you on, and it was in Severny.
But yeah, it was in Savannah. There was like so many things that went wrong with that. That whole fight, like I VOD reviewed it and I just put my head in my hands. I was like, oh my god, we actually look like bots. It just annoyed me so much. I was actually like, I'm fuming.
Because wasn't that mid-season royale that you seat swapped someone in the first game? Was that-
Yeah, in the first game it
It was
was
a Lazarus, wasn't it?
it was Endemic.
Endemic. Sorry, Lazarus.
It was my boy Crispier, I think.
Crispy, yeah. And then Wolf shot you from a mile away, didn't he?
Yeah,
Wolf.
I can't remember. I just remember styling on people.
That's what, I mean, I like that about PUBG.
But that's because I had that like adrenaline going to the first game. I was like, this is it.
That's the thing with you guys. You guys play really well when you do have that.
Yeah.
When you are like Keenan's like probably the worst for it. Like if Keenan feels bad,
Yeah,
Like-
that's it. I'm not the kind of player that can just like be high on command. I feel
yeah.
I need like a team around me that can help me keep that like excited mentality. Be loud.
Yeah.
When a team is loud, I get loud. But it's hard. I find it hard to be the person to like initiate the
hype.
the energy, the hype. I can't be like, let's fucking go, boys. Like that's not me.
Who do you reckon is the hype man in the team?
It's Keenan.
Keenan. I've heard Tony gets to go in a bit of time. But Keenan's like, yeah.
Keenan starts it, and then Tony. When everything's going well, after Keenan starting it, that's when Tony gets like real loud.
Mr. Miami.
Yeah.
Tony's got a girlfriend now, by the way, guys. So, hey.
And no
he's,
comment.
He's real settling down in Harrisburg.
He's happy.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying.
Big tone. Hey, the Tinder days are over. Okay, his Tinder days are over. But, so after, I completely lost my train of thought now, Corey.
My bad.
Jesus.
Pro League.
Pro League, yeah. So we finished 8th.
Yep.
Which I thought was...
Terrible.
To finish, but the most upsetting part for me was not just finishing 8th, was finishing behind another contender team. I love it.
Yeah.
We dominated so hard, and then not doing that, and then not make. I mean, it was an outside chance if we made PGC. Let's
Yeah.
be honest, it was an outside chance.
It's annoying though, because I feel like when I'm playing my best, I definitely like could beat a lot of the players at PGC.
I think so too. I honestly think we would have done okay at PGC. I'm just putting the ping in it. We're going to move on to PGC, so I'm just going to bring it up onto the TV. I don't have a producer yet. So I have to... See, this is it, boys. You know, everyone thinks we got all this fancy... I still have to use a remote for that.
Luke.
No. Don't even know what this is.
That's the scoreboard for the elimination round.
Oh, the people who didn't make it.
Yeah.
I think we would have. I think we could have done all right at PGC. I don't think we're a team that relies so heavily on where they have to drop. I don't know if you agree with that. I think we can flex a little bit.
Yeah. I would say we're a very book smart team. You know, we do a lot of VOD review, and that is our greatest strength and our worst downfall at the same time.
I get it.
Because Wooly as an IGL, like that's one thing we struggled with in MPL was adapting. You know, we were used to how teams were playing in scrims, but then for example, like Gen, changed IGL halfway through the tournament, I think, and then they started changing up their plays, and it was just completely screwing with us because we looped next to them on every map.
Yep.
And that's why I think Gen performed poorly as well. Was because
because you guys kept just running into each other.
yeah,
all
we
the
run
time.
into each other like 5 games in a
It was
row.
ridiculous.
And we were just like, so I was pretty angry, to be honest. I was like, why are you doing this? Because it just seemed like they knew what we did, we knew what they did, and we could play off each other. And instead, it was just like completely counterproductive for both teams.
I don't know why this. I'm trying to get this thing to pause, and I'm sorry.
Right there.
Right, so yeah, that, and then
Right
pause.
there, let it go. I think pause needs to be on the screen, like that.
We'll figure this out.
That's fine.
Is it though?
Yeah.
All right, I'll put my remote down. Okay, so we'll move on to PGC. I think we're going to fly out there next week.
Yeah, just a view.
Hope this will be out by then. So, will it, Corey? You're nodding. This will be out by then. So I think we discussed that we're going to fly out this Saturday, right? I think we'll fly out on the Saturday and we'll go there for the final day.
Yeah.
How do you think PGC's gone so far? I have not. I'll be honest. You guys have seen me on Twitter. You've seen me. My focus has been on other games as of now, so I have not followed PUBG as closely as I normally do. I've watched a few games PGC, but not a lot. Have you watched them all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone.
How has it been going?
It's really interesting. There were a lot of teams that I predicted to do really well, and then they all kind of flopped. And it's weird. It seems like FaZe Clan is at least in my eyes, like one of the only teams that is truly consistent.
True.
Like across all lobbies, they're insanely consistent. Whereas,
why do you think that is?
I guess it's their play style. It's not like they have, like they could not VOD review. You know, the way they approach every circle is just like cement. Like they have raps, and I don't know how they do it. Like there can only be one phase per lobby. If you were to put two phases in the same lobby, I feel like they wouldn't be able to make the same plays because their style is about rapping to like the open space. Rapping to the open.
What do you think of the system?
The system for PGC?
The one thing I don't get is the semi-final thing.
With 3 groups. Yeah. I don't mind it, personally. I think it's a bit weird that you have 2 lobbies that compete against... Like, you can have 2 lobbies of 16. This is the first week. And then the bottom 8 from both lobbies will go to an elimination stage, carrying over their points. But if one lobby... Like, they should be seeded well, but if one lobby is, like, technically harder... then the team's going to the elimination stage with less points because their lobby was harder.
Do you think any of the one lobby was harder than the other this time?
It's hard to say, but I guess that's team dependent because, you know, in one lobby there was the Brazilian team that got to go Pachinki, the Red Canids, and they qualify. And in my opinion, Pachinki's a really strong position.
Correct.
And in the other lobby, there were 3 Pachinki teams, and it's just like that threw all 3 Pachinki teams under the bus. They
So that was Liquid, Genesis,
Gen,
and...
Detonator? No, I can't remember.
I can't remember. It was one of the...
It was one of the Korean Chinese teams, yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. But then again, how do you seed something like that? For me, it's like weird that... I don't know, it's hard, like... I guess they have... So how's the semi-final going to work? So they're now in 3 groups, right?
They have 3 groups, yeah. In my opinion, they seeded them off the first stage.
Right.
And considering the first stage was only 6 games for some people, I think there was tons of variance in the results because...
Well, PUBG has to standardise the rules. They have to.
Exactly.
But they can't have PEL playing a 96 game...
Yeah, exactly.
You know, season, and we play a
54
game or something.
Yeah, I think something like that. But yeah, like I think that there's tons of variance because the qualifier stage was only 6 games. And then to seed the second group based off the qualifier games means that some groups are stacked. In my opinion, Group B is pretty stacked.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that they have got like the strongest Korean teams, which is arguably the hardest, in my opinion, the hardest league in the world.
Best players? The only ones I'm trying to... P.O.'s...
Yeah, P.O.
Yeah. He's... so who do you think's going to... Like, let's not dwell on it too much because we don't know. Pick a winner. Who do you think's going to win?
Pick a winner? I did pick Gen G.
You picked Gen G?
I picked Gen G initially in my Pick'ems challenge, but I think that their qualifier stage performance, they looked a little bit lost. They were making some weird decisions.
Right.
And they only just scraped through an 8th place in their group. So I'm a little bit concerned about that pick. Because I thought that PO at Nations Cup looked like the most confident player I had ever seen. I was like, this guy knows PUBG. But he didn't feel like he had that same level of, you know, like self-assured confidence. I don't know how to put it. He didn't look like that. He didn't make the same level of plays.
No. So who's going to win?
Who's going to win? I'd guess FaZe.
You going to guess FaZe?
Yeah.
I don't know who I'll pick. I'm going to go crazy and like pick someone completely. I'm going to pick like. I reckon. Okay, here's going to be my shout. I'm not going to pick who's going to win, but I reckon Rumbler's going to make top 5.
Rumblers didn't even qualify. They got They only got in because a Southeast Asian team couldn't get their
I
visas.
love Swanson. I love underdog stories. Big up to my boy Loss. I'm gonna back Rumblers for top 5. I don't know who's gonna win. Like I said, I haven't watched it to my detriment. But the shockers, obviously, Liquid not qualifying,
Atletico
not qualifying. But then again, Atletico were like the 3rd ranked team on some great thing that in the world that I watched. But then that's now without Luke 12.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You know, I still think
they didn't look to play like a team without Luke.
Obviously, that team, like, there's obviously a lot of talent in Australia. I think Zoid has proven himself over and over again.
Yeah, that guy needs to. He needs to be on a salary, and he needs to have a visa and be in a good region.
If I could, I'd bring him over here, but I can only have one Australian.
It actually upsets me.
It upsets me too, because there's a lot of, like, well, depending on how PUBG Esports goes, you know, NA team should be looking at that and being like, yep.
Yeah. You know what particularly I find interesting is that G2 came 32 out of 32. But their League of Legends team was just in like the League Worlds. They just lost to
semi-finals.
Fun Plus
in the
Phoenix.
Finals, sorry,
yeah, in the finals. They just lost to Fun Plus Phoenix. So I guess you could say they're like 2nd in the world. But like, it's interesting that their PUBG team would come 32 out of 32.
They just made a huge change. They just made a huge roster change.
Yeah, they made 2 roster changes, and it's just weird. This makes me scared for PUBG. You know, if you can have teams like Liquid, G2, and Atletico that can show up super hard at some events, and then just completely like choke out at other events. It's super inconsistent.
There's battle royale games though. It's never
it's never going to be.
It's like poker at the end of the day. You're going to play the card. It's how well you play the cards that you dealt.
Exactly.
It's like people say poker. Technically, yes, there's luck involved in it. You know, when they got in the cards that you get dealt. It's a how you play. The best teams play the worst circles, the best of the worst.
Exactly. Yeah, the most consistent.
Yeah. So
but that just makes me like scared for the format, because I think that, you know, Liquid had the least points going into the elimination stage, carrying over from the group stage.
Mm-hmm. What was it like?
Yeah.
15.
But I think if you would interchange them with another team from the other lobby, and then all of a sudden they get their drop spots, they're easily in. You know, it's a bit weird.
I'm sure. I mean, if you haven't already, you've probably seen my Twitter videos on PUBG Esports. I'm sure they'll do all around the pick'ems.
Oh,
I'm sure they'll be out.
Yeah, the pick'ems. That's
I mean, the players might not get a prize pool, but I'm sure Liquid will be alright. Hey, there's not 4 angry men. They're gonna have to change the name to 4 wealthy men.
Yeah, they get like 100k something each. I think they're 4am themselves have made almost 600k now.
PUBG, you know, come on. I told this pick'em thing. No.
It's so annoying.
It's so stupid. It's like, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. That's a different video.
Yeah, that's.
I'm hoping that I'm wrong, and then there's gonna be like, guys, everyone did amazing, but like, I can just see like poor old like people who've invested loads of money into the game, like Ghost Gaming and stuff. And and they're gonna get like $1,000, $2,000.
I was gonna bring this up. So I'm so confused by the pick'ems because Rumblers has almost like 50% extra votes than Ghost.
Yeah.
But how? Rumblers didn't even qualify. They just got chucked in at the end. And they have the most votes out of all the NA teams except for Genesis, who K-Mine's viewers vote for.
Well, yeah.
So Rumblers has more than Ghost, Envy, like Tempo Storm. It's like, what? All these big orgs. And I don't understand how this is happening, how Rumblers got so many votes.
I would love to have been in that. To be honest, I'd love to have been in that board meeting. Just been, have you seen that meme where the guy just like walks up and he like just opens the window and he just jumps, mate, it's locked.
I think he gets thrown out.
And he just jumps, you seen the one he just steps out?
Oh, yeah.
That's cold.
That would have been me. It is cold in Harrisburg now. Just decisions, you know. I want nobody has put more effort into PUBG Esports than some of the people I know, and myself included. We just want to be rewarded for it. I hope it doesn't. I hope. I pray.
Same. Because Project A is coming out. I'm sure a lot of competitive PUBG.
But then again, they're making a great... what they've done for this so far, I think has been really good.
Other than the team skins, I think PGC has been exceptional.
I think the thing in game, great. I think that should be...
That should be there 24/7.
Oh, MPL.
For all the MPL, PEL,
PEL, everything. I think I don't. So the thing is with me is I don't mind the skin set for PGC, but they should just do that anyway. That should just have been done anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why not? Like, yeah, do it to the prize pool, but then still have team skins. I don't know. My obvious like reasoning behind this is I just don't think that I'm not sure how well the game does in other parts of the world. Well, I kind of know. But it's kind of like they're making so much money off certain things that they just don't care as much about the esports side.
Yeah.
So I was worried. Last month I was super worried about PUBG Esports. With the steps that they're making now, it makes me feel better about it. I just want to see something get given back to the organisations that are supporting it right now. Because we've all been through a lot with PUBG.
Like my even the unsigned teams. My Australian friends from Vendetta, like my friend Edge takes 3 weeks off work, unpaid leave, and then he goes to PGC, and his team earns like $900 from the pick'ems or whatever.
Yep.
And he's only gonna get like $200 back.
Yep.
Like
ridiculous.
Why did he even attend? If he doesn't earn prize money, even if he does earn prize money, if his team came 12th or something, earned like 14k, and then you split it up, maybe he gets like 4k or whatever.
It's not worth.
Yeah,
that's why I want to see. I think all esports need to start taking it more seriously and going into standardized rules across the board. Minimum salary for teams.
Yeah,
simple as that. Because let's be fair, esports isn't going away. Players have got to start earning enough money to live, and then obviously orgs have got to start making enough money to pay for those players. Disappointments were obviously Team Liquid, Envy.
Atletico, G2,
Atletico. I can't say much about the other teams because I don't know about them. I won't talk. I was going to say, do you think it's going to spark any changes in rosters in any of those?
I mean, K-Mind is a free agent right now. That's the obvious one. If Liquid wanted to make a roster change, I'm sure he would be their first pick. I mean, like, he's ridiculous. He's got a good stream. I don't really like
catching him up. We got more subs than him now, though.
Yeah, well, my average viewer count is like a third. He makes good YouTube content, though.
I have not seen his YouTube comment, I'll be honest.
It's pretty much daily, and they all get like tens of thousands of views.
Perfect.
And he's a super humble guy. I spoke to him the other day.
He's a nice guy. He's Canadian.
I think he's actually, he's Canadian. They're always nice. Actually, French-Canadian. French-Canadian,
Then again, you say that, but, I've worked with some Canadian players who are arseholes.
Yeah.
But I like them, but they're arseholes.
Yeah, like Keenan.
I'm not going to say his name, but you know who you are. Keenan's not an arsehole. Sorry. I was watching his stream the other night, and he was playing with like 3 random like Korean players, kissing someone's wife.
Yeah, he always says that. He says, "I'll kiss your nan."
And he's going, mwah, mwah, mwah.
He's hilarious.
He's a good.
He's a good streamer.
Yeah, he is.
I'm glad he started streaming.
I've been telling
him. He's already on
like
40 average viewers after 2 days.
He's
I'm just
hilarious.
like, oh, duh.
Abby's sitting. You can't see his off camera. You were watching him. He's amazing, isn't he? He's hilarious. So we'll leave PGC behind. I hope Rumblers. I hope all the NA teams. I hope all the NA teams. I hope all the Western teams do well.
Yeah, we need to, for the sake of the existence of the game.
Yes.
In our country.
I'm sure. They've announced ranked mode. That could be fun.
When it comes to ranked mode, PUBG's, it seems like they're just trying to reinvent the wheel, They've got like...
How should they do it?
Pretty much how they had it back in the day.
Just like a point,
there used to be an ELO system, for leaderboard.
Rating system.
Yeah, but... So you used to actually have a score, like a rating.
Yeah.
And it was dependent on the people, on like the average rating of your lobby, your placement, and your kills. And it would go up or down depending on where you placed. And it was really good. All they would have to do is attach like ranking labels to your elo. How does Fortnite do it?
Just copy the Fortnite system?
I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure with Fortnite.
Me neither. I don't play that game.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll talk about that another time because we've seen that thing that they put out today that it was like, if you die early, you get less points than you score.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, really?
Yeah. If you die early and your team goes on further, like you get a personal.
What happens
ranking.
if I get dive res and someone's useless?
Yeah, exactly.
So talking about the stream and obviously you've obviously. Since you've been here, you've been working like a hound, streaming. It's like a lot. How's that been going?
I mean, It's pretty enjoyable. I don't really like. It's what I love doing. You know, it's actually super super fun, and there's people in my community that are just too nice to me.
That's the best part.
They're insanely generous.
It's the best part. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to throw back because some of you may or may not know. I used to stream full time as well about 3 or 4 years ago, and I guess the same is what it is now. It's like I feel like if I don't stream, I'm letting those people down.
Exactly. That's a part, but that's not even like the reason I stream necessarily. I feel like I'm letting them down, but at the same time, I feel like I'm letting myself down.
Yeah, I feel guilty. You just feel. I used to feel guilty. Like if I was sitting at home, I was like, oh, someone's like, oh, I want to go to the cinema tonight or something. I'd be like,
yeah, it's like no, my fans, they're waiting.
I still need to stream. I mean, I still try to stream every day for a couple of hours when I can, just for the same like 3 or 4 people who come in who've been watching me for the last 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get like it's just like it's almost like an addiction.
Yeah, it's nice.
But I'll be honest, like you've obviously only been streaming now for what 6, 7 a year,
2 years.
2 years, but like properly streaming.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I have like. I think I have 1,600 hours streamed now. After 2 years.
I wonder how. Can I check how many I had? Is that on Streamlabs?
It's on Twitch. You just have to set your like.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'll show you afterwards.
Thousands of hours.
We'll compare.
I might be a lot. I've been a lot older than you two. I was streaming when you were playing Halo with your dad.
Yeah, well there you go. You would definitely be higher than I am.
So yeah, I mean, how have you found it? You know, obviously you did your first. We sat down. We talked about your first 24-hour stream. I mean, that was funny. I mean, I did not expect. I mean, I dropped that in there, and people said I did it. Like I had that. Like I remember reading the chat, and some people were like, "Bizzle's a genius. I knew you'd make 2,000 subs or whatever." I didn't think you'd make 2,000 subs. That's fucking wild.
They were like, he's been streaming for a long time.
I have been, but I mean, I threw that number out there because I was like, in my head, I thought, right, the hair, you know, what's going to make it worth your while and what's going to gain you, like...
yeah, it's pretty crazy. I didn't expect 2K either.
That was, and I remember sitting down, it was like 10 hours into your stream, I was like, there's no way he fails this.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. People have committed, and that's the one thing I love about Twitch. Bitch. It's just called Twitch, bitch. That's one thing I love about Twitch is... people are crazy. Like they're so dedicated to making you do stuff you don't want to do.
Yeah, exactly. I had this huge like epiphany. I was like 16 hours in, and I actually just had to sit there for 30 minutes. And I actually apologized to the stream because I felt like I was being a dick. Because I was sitting there, and someone would give 50 subs, and I would just be like, "Fuck."
Yeah, you were at that stage where you wanted the subs. But you didn't want the punishment.
Yeah, exactly.
You just want to hit that 1700 stage, fail just a little bit.
Someone gives 50 subs, usually I'm like, oh, let's go. And then I was really upset. I was like, damn, this hair is going to suck. But then,
do you want to show everyone? It's starting to grow back a little bit now.
It has started to grow back. It's not too bad. I've been wearing a hat all day. It might be a bit flat, but...
Now, I just want to point out that while he's showing everyone his hair, he walks to work. He walks to the office every day. He does wear his hat. He's been everywhere. Where was it you had to go? You had to take off your hat and you were embarrassed. I can't remember now.
Oh my god! Yeah, we were at the Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, the Roadhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I took him out for a steak for his birthday, and I said to the waitress came over and I said, James, it's rude to wear your hat at the table. He just looked at him. And he had to take his hat off. You should have seen her face.
Yeah, it's actually just a struggle. Like I walk to the gym, it's freezing temperatures, and then I take my jacket and my hoodie off in the gym, and I have to like keep the hat on, pull the hoodie off, and then I get on the bike and I start going along, and I'll be sweating like mad. I'll be 100 degrees.
Pretty quick. He's growing back pretty quick. You've got one scuffed hairline though.
I didn't know this until Bizzle pointed it out, but my hairline's like a W.
Trick 2G gets a lot of, he has one kink in his hairline, he gets lambasted.
Yeah, well.
You've got yours looks like a Twitch chart graph. I mean, I can't talk. My forehead gets bigger every month, but, I'm 32, so, I don't think I was surprised how quickly. I was scared because obviously Corey is sitting behind the camera. He told you a story that he shaved his head when he was 18.
Yeah.
And he's bald as they come.
I'll never get over this guy called Bishop, and I was talking to him on stream, and I said to him, "I'm gonna shave my head," and he was bald, and he goes like, "Careful, son. Like, you do that, it might not come back." I remember when I was 19 and I did it, and God scammed me. He never came back. And I was like,
It's come back pretty quick though. To be fair, I was surprised. I shaved it, and I was like, "Okay, you're all right. You'll be all right." There's hair. Normally it starts going like where mine has the Rogaine area.
Yeah. The egg in the nest.
Unfortunately, I'm not 6 foot, so everyone can see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good. So how did you find? So after you, how surprised were you after your 24-hour stream? Because I think the main goal for me from trolling your 24-hour stream was to increase your viewer count by at least 50 to 100 people. I think we've achieved that.
Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to go into the 24-hour stream just for fun. I didn't really have any goals. I enjoy streaming. This is going to be fun.
Tough. I told you it was going to be tough.
I actually didn't struggle too much physically.
Well, you didn't.
I kept the face paint on the whole time. I didn't really have a problem with that.
You looked like.
I looked like scuffed as hell.
That's
I would touch my face, and then I would go to touch my mouth, and I'd have paint on my hand.
That was a bad look. Abby did that for me.
All my friends from school, for my birthday,
I mean, I seen it.
they had some pictures.
Oh yeah. That's. So Tiggleton's been here in America for 6 months. Now he's got no chance of the women.
Exactly. Yeah, this is not good.
You're streaming now. You know your love is your stream.
I say this all the time.
You can't-
PUBG is my girlfriend.
You can't have both.
Hopefully, that's my goal, right? Is it right now? I just have completely put aside my love life to just continue streaming. Like, I just want to stream all the time. I don't want to be split focus. But one day when I'm at 20k Andy, and
20K?
20k Andy,
Big time.
yep.
You have to start.
Before Mixer gives me my $30 million contract, the e-girls will slide into my DMs. That's the plan.
Have you had?
That's
Have
the
you
goal.
had? Have you had? All right, you can be honest here. This is an after dark.
After dark? Yep.
All right. Have you had any girl slide into your DMs yet? I used to get a lot.
All right. There's no one that's been like.
Abby, don't get mad. You know.
It's not. It's
I
not.
was a handsome British guy. Chill out.
Yeah. He says best shagger. That's when he was a youngin.
Abby's sitting in the room, Tig. Come on.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say anyone's like slid in directly. There's been no one that's tried to just. Because I'm only 18 and I have like the ugliest haircut of all time.
like-
you know, no one's trying to smash.
That's got to be that. You do have the ugliest haircut of all time, but that's got to be the one of the hardest things for you as an Australian. Because I know what I was like when I was 18 in the UK, and I know it's not that different in Australia.
Oh yeah.
Coming here and just being treated like a child again
I hate it so
is
much.
the worst.
That's the hardest transition. You know, going to university and being treated like an adult and being surrounded by these hot tan 18-year-old blondes, and then coming to Pennsylvania and it's just a. I miss my hot tan 18-year-old blondes.
Yeah, you can't. That is one of the hardest things about Europeans and the rest of the world coming here. Is like just not being able to go and have a beer.
Like I want to go to the bar that's got all the pool tables and stuff downtown. I walk past it every day on the walk home, and I just look in the window and I'm just like,
2 more years. Like 2 more years, 21. My life's over.
yeah.
Prime's gone. I'm settling down.
Like I'm not gonna comment. Don't worry. I was just trying to say, like, I've already had my, like, and I will comment. I've already had my moments, like, where I'm, like, I've, like, blacked out, drunk and stuff. That's already happened.
Yeah,
you know? I don't want to do that again. I'm already past that stage. And American 18-year-olds haven't even, like, entered that stage yet.
What were you, like 15, 16? I know I was like 14, 15 when I started drinking in the UK.
Am I allowed
Remember
to
Lex is watching this.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah. But I was like,
Oh, well, sorry, the drinking...
Who didn't go out drinking with their friends in the park when they were kids? I know
yeah.
yours is the box or whatever.
When I was 16, that's when I blacked out for the first time.
Everyone drinks their first vodka thinking they're a hero.
Exactly. So I had a Mount Franklin water bottle full of vodka.
Yeah.
And I literally just walked straight past, like, the person that was checking drinks because it just looked like water.
Mm-hmm. And
then I just finished it and I felt fine.
And
now if I smell vodka... Yeah, exactly. I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
It's like a cliff. You're like,
Yeah. Apparently
and then
I
you
was
just
like,
whoop.
I remember being so upset because I'd finished my Mount Franklin bottle and I was going to get the fried chicken and there was a bucket of Skittles and I was like pretty cooked and
Where the hell were you? That was a
It was a house party.
A fried chicken.
It was a
and
house
bucket
party.
of
They
Skittles.
ordered. They had Jello shots and KFC chicken and Skittles. And I walked up and I knocked the bucket of Skittles off the table, and they just went across like the whole like dance floor. And I was like,
Do your parents know about this? Do your parents know about this? Oh, they do now.
Yeah, I told them. They've picked me up before on New Year's Eve. I remember it was like 11:30, and I was like vomiting in a toilet, and they came to pick me up instead of celebrating New Year's Eve.
I mean, that's the big difference I found.
That's
I
classic.
remember I was like 14 or 15 years of age. There was like 10 of us. We all said we were sleeping at each other's house, like in a park, you know, drinking, like getting some like.
Yeah, I've got on
like someone's older sister or brother bought us all beer from like on alcohol. It gets like you're all happy. You get 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then you're all just freezing to death.
Yeah, then you're all like, oh,
I just want to go home, but you've told you.
Yeah.
Like,
We had this like
I remember calling my mum at like 5:30 in the morning. Oh, mum, I just woke up. I'm ready to come home. She's like, you mother. You lied to me. Where are you? I was like, ah!
Jesus.
Well, thanks, guys, and we'll catch you next time.